The cameras never show the truth. They capture smiles, laughter, red carpets, and perfect poses. But behind every perfect photo lies a story the world will never see. Kim Go-eun, one of Korea's most beloved actresses, has always been private about her personal life. But recently, a series of interviews, social media posts, and leaked moments have unveiled something shocking. Something fans have whispered about for years. Dating Lee Min-ho, as glamorous as it seems on the outside, came with a darkness that few could imagine. The public sees the lights, the awards, the dates splashed across magazines. They see two beautiful people smiling together, seemingly in love. But the reality was far from the fairy tale the fans adored. Kim Go-eun, speaking quietly in a recent interview, revealed that being with someone as famous as Lee Min-ho was not what anyone could ever prepare for. It wasn't just the paparazzi. It wasn't just the public attention. It was the constant pressure, the whispers, the scrutiny, and the invisible weight of expectation. She described nights when she would lie awake, phones buzzing endlessly, her private messages dissected by strangers, her every smile online analyzed, her every gesture recorded. She said it felt like living in a gold cage. A beautiful cage, yes, but a cage nonetheless. Fans have always speculated about their relationship. They noticed the long periods of silence, the cryptic social media posts, the carefully curated public appearances. Some thought it was just the nature of celebrity life. But Kim Go-eun's words reveal a much deeper truth. She spoke of being constantly aware of how she presented herself, how she looked in photos, how she spoke in interviews, even how she laughed in private moments, because someone was always watching. The world assumes you are happy, she said, but happiness can be performative when every action is a headline waiting to happen. It's a stark reminder that the life of a celebrity, especially one dating Korea's biggest heartthrob, comes with immense personal sacrifice. And then there were the rumors. Endless, persistent, invasive rumors about their love life. Fans and media alike created narratives of jealousy, rivalry, and secret conflicts. Some accused her of manipulating Lee Min-ho. Others suggested he was the controlling one. Kim Go-eun admitted that reading those stories was one of the hardest parts. You begin to doubt reality, she said. You wonder if your feelings are even valid when everyone around you is creating their own version of your love story. It's a phenomenon many celebrities face, but when paired with someone as high-profile as Lee Min-ho, the scrutiny intensifies. The breaking point, according to insiders, came not from the public, but from the pressures within their own circle. She described a world where appearances mattered more than truth, where events, dates, and personal choices were scheduled, monitored, and filtered, where a spontaneous moment, like holding hands or exchanging a glance, could be misinterpreted and reported worldwide. In her words, it was exhausting. Every decision, even a private one, carried weight. Every step was watched, and every emotion was dissected. Lee Min-ho, despite his own struggles, remained committed. He tried to shield her, to manage the spotlight, to create private spaces in a world that refused to leave them alone. But love in the public eye is never enough to protect you from the glare. Kim Go-eun described moments when she felt invisible despite being constantly seen. Moments when she longed for anonymity, for the freedom to simply exist without explanation or judgment. Fans were shocked when she finally broke her silence. Social media erupted. Headlines screamed. Kim Go-eun exposes Lee Min-ho's dark side. Heartbreak behind the glamour. Fans in shock over their love story. But Kim Go-eun clarified that she wasn't exposing him personally. It wasn't about betrayal or malice. It was about the harsh reality of being in love under relentless public scrutiny. She emphasized that Lee Min-ho had been kind, caring, and supportive. The dark side she referred to was not him. It was the environment, the pressure, the impossible standards of celebrity love. Yet, even with that understanding, heartbreak seeped in. She admitted that there were times she had to step back, times when the public's gaze felt suffocating, times when she questioned whether love could survive in a world where privacy was a myth. Fans speculated endlessly. Was this the reason for their rumored breakups? Were they secretly fighting behind the scenes? Or was it simply the exhaustion of a love story lived in public? Too large for two ordinary hearts to contain? One of the most shocking revelations came from her description of emotional exhaustion. "There were days I couldn't look at him without thinking about the headlines," she said. "Days when every smile felt forced, every laugh rehearsed. Days when I wondered if we were still us, or just the story everyone wanted to see." For Lee Min-ho, she explained, it was equally difficult. The weight of public expectation rested on his shoulders as heavily as hers. Together, they were navigating a love that was both extraordinary and impossible. And then there were the gifts. Private moments captured in stolen snapshots. Small gestures unnoticed by the world. Handwritten notes and quiet confessions. All of which were magnified into public discussion, twisted into headlines, and dissected endlessly online. Kim Go-eun admitted that even the simplest acts of intimacy became fraught with risk. A glance, a touch, a laugh, everything had consequences. And yet, they persevered, choosing each other in private, even as the world demanded spectacle. The controversy peaked when fans noticed subtle changes in her social media. A deleted photo here, a cryptic post there. Suddenly, speculation exploded. Is their love over? Did Lee Min-ho betray her? Or is Kim Go-eun speaking out to reclaim her narrative? She remained poised, measured, and unwavering. Her statements carefully framed to reveal truth without scandal. Her goal was simple: to show that even the brightest love stories can have shadows. As the world debated and argued, she shared one final insight. "Love in the spotlight is a battlefield," she said. "But it doesn't mean the love is false. It just means it's real, human, and sometimes painfully difficult." Fans finally understood what they had suspected all along. Being with Lee Min-ho was both a dream and a challenge. A privilege and a test. A love story that captivated millions, yet demanded sacrifices unseen. And for those watching closely, the lesson was clear. Fame and love do not mix easily. Even the strongest hearts can falter under pressure. Even the most adored couples must navigate a world that doesn't understand privacy, intimacy, or human fragility. Kim Go-eun's words were not a scandal. They were a revelation. A call for empathy. A reminder that behind every beautiful love story lies the human experience of struggle, compromise, and vulnerability. In the end, Kim Go-eun and Lee Min-ho remain icons, stars, and symbols of modern love. But now the public knows. There is a cost to being in love under the unrelenting gaze of millions. A cost Kim Go-eun bravely exposed. And it is a story that fans will never forget.